Yeah.
Okay, it says we are live.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I don't know how to see on here if anyone is here. Let's see. Okay, I've got the comments going. So I guess we'll wait a second just to see if I actually did this correct.
Oh, it says 6 watching, so
Ooh.
yes.
The number's up in the top left corner. So,
Thank you.
yeah. Although Rainy's frozen. So, oh, there she
Oh
is.
no.
Ah. Wait, hold on. Let's try something here.
Oops.
Let's see. Maybe if I turn my Wi-Fi off on my phone. Okay. Can you guys see it on your YouTube?
Yes,
Yes.
it's working.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm just going to check the
we're on.
light.
Mine
It's
has not got up.
glaring and not great.
Okay. All right. Well, I see Christy's comment, so that's good. So I was hoping maybe I'm not subscribed to myself. That could be. That could be the reason I don't see it. I was like, where is everyone? I thought I could see. Anyway, oh well. I'll just have to trust that it's working. Oh, okay. Tony's here. Yay. All right. Greetings from tomorrow.
Tony? Wait. You have some stamina that I don't have.
That is hardcore.
All right. So we were just talking about how everybody's day has been. It's Sunday. We're getting ready for the work week. I just have kombucha right now, and I'm thinking I made a poor choice. I need one. Oh, man. So, Christy, do you want to tell people about Faustathon?
Sure.
And what our plans are?
Yes. Well, we all have sort of different plans. So it's like a choose your own adventure-a-thon, but it's called Faustathon because we're all reading versions of the Faust legend or retellings. So, like, our group read is Dr. Faustus by Christopher Marlowe, which is like one of the earliest that's available, at least in English. And so it's a play, and it's about a man who actually existed in Germany, and legend has it that he sold his soul to the devil, and for various things depending on the legend who's telling it. So that's our group read, but we're all reading different versions. So I'm reading Devil to Pay by Dorothy Sayers, which is a play, and she's one of my favorite authors, and it was the first story of Faust that I read, and it's so good, so I'm excited to reread it.
And I'm going to read A Picture of Dorian Gray, which I'm probably going to read on audiobook. And that's by Oscar Wilde, in case you didn't know. But yeah, I'll probably read that on audiobook, because my plan was to get the Penguin cloth-bound classic of that, but I failed to get it in time. So, oh well. But it'll probably go faster if I read it on audiobook anyway. So, I'm going to pull my blind down because I can tell that I'm going to become a ghost soon. So, hold on.
The lighting's awful in my apartment. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's all from like the north. So it's like sometimes sunny, sometimes not.
Relying on natural light sometimes is a pro. I'm relying right now on natural light, so we'll see. I'll probably just go dark eventually.
That might be better than going pasty white and ghostly. But
You have such warm tones in there, Rainy. That looks nice.
thanks. But it would not be like, well, it would either go that I would get really pale white, or I would have like this orange glow after a while because of all the warm tones. So, oh well. But
What
so,
are you reading tonight, Naomi?
I have the stack here, so I'll just see how much I fly through. I was reading pretty slowly for a while, and now I'm back up to like almost 100 pages in 30 minutes. So I just have the stack here just in case I fly through them. But I'm going to start with Rosemary's Baby, I think. So,
nice.
Yeah.
That one is going to let you sleep tonight, that's for sure.
Well, it's going to keep the trend.
Oh, no.
Jennifer, what are you reading?
I'm reading Dr. Faustus by Thomas Mann, which is like 700 pages long, and I'm now regretting choosing it as my pick because I'm only 50 pages in. And I started it 2 weeks ago, and it's very, very dense. But it's good.
Okay.
It's very good, but it's very dense.
I'm hoping, my hope is to get through this whole thing tonight because it's not very long.
You can do it.
Yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be too hard, except for the fact that it's Shakespearean language, probably, I would assume. So that might take me a minute. Because despite being the Shake-Timber person, I do still have to like work into that language. doesn't come easily right away.
Yes.
Well, let's see. What did Tony say he's reading? Depending on how awake I am. Oh, good. Marlowe's play. Accompanied quietly in the background by, oh, I don't know how to say his name. Licht. The Faust Symphony. Ooh. That's exciting. Oh,
I was told that it was a travesty that I didn't include listen to any Faust-related music on the bingo board. Not by Tony.
Oh.
He was too polite for that.
Okay. Travesty.
Yes.
Well, that's something, if we do it again, we'll have to, or any other kind of thing, we'll have to add that to the list. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. I mean, I knew there was an opera, a Faust opera, but I didn't even think about that. Oh, there's Dia. She's already smoking us all. She's got like the whole bingo board filled up already, practically. And Brian. Hello. All right. So now that some people are coming in, how do we want to do this? Do we like short sprints or do we like long sprints? Doesn't matter to me. Should we start with a 15 or should we start with like a 30? I'm open to suggestions.
Some people like the warm-up sprint, and I like long right away because I read like 2 pages in 15 minutes.
Oh.
But that's still a warm-up, so that works.
Well, we could do a 30 and work our way down. And by the end of the night, we're going to get tired. And Tony...
like minute by minute? Because that could be a long night.
Yes, every sprint, next sprint's going to be 29 minutes. No, I was thinking more like 30, 20, 15. Done, maybe. Depending on what time it is. And then from there, we could just do like whatever if we want to keep going. So, does that sound good? We can start with a 30?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, wait, let me make a banner. What time is it even? We can continue talking until 7:15 or 15, whatever. And then we will go until 7:45. Is that right? Is that my math? Okay.
I have this big book out of the library right now, the Big Book of Real Murders, and it's like literally it tells like stories of inspired movies. And I was like, please have something Foster related, and it doesn't because this is a
Oh,
thousand pages. I want to finish it eventually before I have to return it. But like all of the pages are like double columned. So
Oh,
Wow.
I was just like, please, and no. But that's okay. That would have been so cool though to find something in here. There's a Foss movie and then a Foss book. Not my luck.
There are like so many adaptions. You would think they would have one.
Yeah. Although I guess this is more about murders, so it's maybe not super focused on that kind of angle.
I'm just reading some other comments. Oh, we have somebody here from Bosnia.
Oh, Lana. Hi, Lana.
Hi. Well, apparently everybody knows you. Hi, Lana. Oh, it's 1 a.m. there. Yes, you should probably go to bed soon. So. This is going to be a whole new crop of people that I need to become aware of. Oh my. Okay. Well, should we start? We can start and go till 7:45. Still, we can just take a little longer sprint even. Why not? maybe I'll get this whole play read in the first sprint, and then I'll have to decide how to download Picture of Dorian Gray. Okay, well, let's just start. So, we'll see you back here at the 45,
All
whatever
right.
that is.
Good luck.
Fighting!
Okay. Welcome back.
Hello.
How did everybody do?
Pretty well. I got to page 80, but this apartment that they're living in is weird.
Oh no.
People committing suicide, strange taste in food, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I don't think I could read that book. It sounds a little too.
It has funny moments, but it definitely is like something's wrong.
Yeah.
Is it a haunted apartment?
It's because it's a Faust retelling. I'm gonna go with the assumption that if you move in there, the devil may take over something.
That's a good guess, I would
That's
say.
my only thing. I think like you might have to sell your soul to the devil to even get an apartment room or apartment there.
Depending on where you live.
Personally, whether you know it or not. I don't know.
Interesting.
I think that's not unrealistic in some places. I hear it's very hard to get an apartment in like Seoul.
Have you seen the movie, Naomi?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, but I'm okay with that. And there's also the introduction in here by Chuck Palahniuk, which he's like, this book changed horror for everybody. Before it was just like other people, now it was like your neighbors. So this book changed the entire culture of that. It was like, that's creepy. Good though.
What about you, Jennifer?
I made it 15 pages because I had to highlight every word that was written. Like it's a very beautifully written book, but it is so dense. He's very philosophical. I feel like I'm like taking a philosophy class. But I started tabbing and I'm happy with the color coding of my tabs. It's really good, but 2 weeks, I don't know that I'll finish this in 2 weeks.
I would be very, very impressed with you. And wondering if you're eating and sleeping and going to work.
Right.
I have to check in on Jennifer periodically. Are you okay? Are you functioning?
The answer is always no.
Oh, well, all right. Well, I made it, let's see. Well, I made it 12 pages. That's not bad. So, and it's only 56 pages. So,
Okay. You got this.
yeah, that was me reading and texting my friend about dinner plans. So,
Productive.
yeah, as predicted though, the language took me a little while to get into. So, we'll see. At first, I was like, "What is happening? Have we already met the devil? I don't know what's happening." But now I'm okay. Now we have just met the devil, so now we'll have to see where that all goes, I guess. But Tony got all of Act 1 done. That's pretty impressive, considering how late it is for him. Maybe there's a bit early on when Faustus is saying how all other subjects are rubbish versus magic, which I found myself trying to sing along to the tune of Sam Cooke's Don't Know Much About History. Yes. Now I have that stuck in my head. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, I guess I can. Can I? Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. I forgot I could do that. Working, working through the commentaries in the Signet edition of Marlowe's book. It's a bit of a drag. Nice. Well, hey, I started reading the introduction to this one. It's not long, but that was what I was doing at the beginning just to get a context. So, but yeah, I wasn't reading commentaries, so good for you.
Y'all are doing great. I didn't even finish the preface yet. But like Jenny, I've done lots of highlighting.
That's what takes up our time.
Yes,
Yes.
obviously.
That's a lot of the reason like I can't make myself stick to annotating because I'm just like I just feel like I'm such a slow reader to begin with that I'm like if I take even more time to annotate, it's like I'm never gonna get through one book in like a year. It's very frustrating because I want to be that person.
I tabbed up all of the Count Monte Cristo and it took me like an hour to read 50 pages, which is 1/4 of my normal time when I'm like able to read fast. And it was just like, yeah, sticky noting and taking so much time dedicated. It slows you down, but it makes it better.
Yeah.
And it's fun when you reread to see what you thought the first time you did it.
Oh, yeah.
But I very rarely reread what I've annotated. But I'm sure that would be great.
I heard a really cool trick about that where like if you use one color pen and you write at the beginning of your book and then you use another color pen the next year. So it's like you can tell what's different from year to year or whatever else.
That's so fun.
Yeah, that would be cool. I've thought about doing that with like my Bible notes. Yeah,
I do that with my Bible notes.
Yeah. Because I don't really, well, I've tried to like color code as I'm reading in the Bible. And I'm like, I'm never going to remember what these color codes mean.
Or one thing can be any code you have, any of the colors.
Right.
I tried it one time and you're like reading a psalm and you're like, this is advice, this is history, and this is also a quote or something. And I said, I've got to give up.
Yeah. I was watching a video of somebody's Bible color code method and she had one for like praise. And I'm like, that's the entire book of Psalms. That is how do you highlight for that? So, yeah, that's probably not the way I'm going to go. It's probably just going to be random colors. Let's see. Oh, what are we? Let's see. What does that even mean? I don't know what that word means.
Now it's time to Google.
Time to Google.
I love weird words. One of my favorite is woe begone. Like that's one word.
Yeah.
And it's just an Eeyore person. I love that word.
Yeah. Eeyore is my favorite Winnie the Pooh character.
He's such a puddle, like in Narnia or something. That's a woe begone person.
Yeah.
Always depressed and seeing the worst in everything.
He is the iconic Puddleglum. Quiddity is a good word. It's the inherent nature or essence of someone or something.
Oh, okay. I never learn something new every day.
Yes.
I've never even heard of that word before. So at 8:00, should we do another half an hour?
Sure.
Does that work for everybody since everybody was slow goings in the first sprint? Could have it.
Naomi may finish hers.
This is a 260-page book.
Oh.
So that pace I should get, I don't know, 180 something.
Please
I
teach us
know I'm
the
a
way.
fast reader. I just, for some reason, I can do it that quickly. But I've noticed when I have a lot of stress in my life, like this summer, I've had a lot of stress. It's been more like 50 pages in an hour or whatever, back to my old, like half of it. Because, stress can impact you.
Yeah. That's probably my normal reading speed is 50 pages an hour. I'm a very slow reader. What do they call that when you have to read every word? Sublingual? Is that what it's called? There's like a term for it, but
There
that's
is.
I can't just like skim words and retain what it says.
Subvocalizing?
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Subvocalization. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have to do that. I'm a little better about it now but I used to take a remedial, they made me take a remedial reading class in elementary school because I would do that. And then I couldn't, like, my brain would go faster than my mouth for like when I'd have to read out loud. So they made me sit in the class and like try to read things fast. It was very unfortunate. I didn't like it at all. It didn't really teach me anything because I'm still like that. I still have to read every word.
At my Bible college, we had to do like an intro to English, and we had to read the English book for dummies. Like literally, that's the book we had to read. And so it had like 5 examples of each, like how to use a verb, how to use doing all this, and it was good for like people who just didn't know. But and we were supposed to read the entire thing, but one person's like, well, if we're supposed to read the entire thing, I'm going to read every single example. I'm like, if you've got what an adverb is, don't read all 10 examples. Like, just read the first 2 and move on. It's English for dummies. It's your first language. It's not that hard.
You should probably understand this stuff. I guess I can get not knowing what something is called. But yeah, once you read the main thing and one example, will be like, oh, okay, all right, I got that now. Let's move on. Oh wait, let's see. Wait. I might have a buddy. Oh, yeah. I don't even know what that would be like. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me either. I'm glad I have a buddy that doesn't understand that. I've tried. I used to remember that whole hooked on phonics thing? We even tried that because it was like the speed reading thing. It helped a little bit, I'll be honest. It did help a little bit, but not nearly enough.
I read some words in my head that I think are important. When I get to things that I don't think are important, I just see the words. And I don't like read them in my head. I'm like, we got to move past this. And then because I realized I was taking too long to read, like one book, it would take me like 20, I would read 30 pages in an hour. I said, we got to move past that. But I don't know how people just speed read all the time. I want to be that person.
I know. I just can't retain it. Like I can do it and understand it in that minute, but I don't remember anything I read when that 30 minutes is up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Books and Lala doing a video once about like how to read faster. Like she tried like her normal speed and then she would like do all these different techniques that online found. Mm-hmm. But I think it's like regularly like going through audiobooks, but ebooks are typically not as memorable. Your brain doesn't take the information and keep it as long. So it's a different thing than a physical book.
It's interesting. I wonder why.
Not sure. Maybe the screen aspect or whatever else, but you can read it faster.
Huh. Interesting.
I do read faster on ebook.
I do too.
Yeah.
but I don't remember them as well. That's also true.
Yeah.
I think it's something scientific about it. I don't remember all the details, but she had talked about it in her experiment video.
I'll have to look back at that too.
She has so many good ideas, man.
Oh, well, it's 8 o'clock. So should we do another half hour? Okay. All right.
And that's
Happy
still keeping with our trend of going down in time. So.
Yeah. Well, the next one we'll do like a 20-minute. It's fine. Or a 29-minute. All right. Let's see. Welcome back. Naomi, did you finish your book?
No, but I didn't want to start another chapter. The chapters are kind of long. Not long, but like 10 pages. I didn't have time in 2 minutes to read 10 pages. So figured that would not be a good place to continue on with.
True. Yeah, I stopped at the next scene that I was at, so I'm on page 30. So
Hey, you're doing great.
Yeah.
yeah.
You said there's 45 pages?
56.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'd say I'm halfway.
You're going to do it.
Yes.
Doing it.
Now you're deep into it. It should be easier going.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's pretty easy now to figure out what the heck's going on. Although now the Pope is coming in, so that'll be it. Suppose he's probably going to try to save his soul. We'll see. Actually, I don't know. It says he's there, but I don't actually. Oh, nope, there he is. He only has a couple lines. Not a big player in this Pope.
If I didn't know this was going to be a Faust retelling, I would not know at the 75-page mark.
Really?
Like, it's just talking about music because the guy who sells his soul to the devil is a musician. But it's comparing music to like magic, like you're performing magic when you perform a piece, and that's dangerously close to sorcery, and that's sinful. So I'm thinking, okay, we're slowly but surely getting there.
Yeah.
Where is the devil?
Baby steps.
Oh, let's see. Tony finished Act 2. Yay.
Yes.
Oh yes, that Elizabethan double entendre. Good stuff. Oh,
It is. There's a lot of comedy in there.
cheers.
Yes.
The kombucha wasn't cutting it. I had to have a little wine. I'm trying to like kombucha. I'm not sure that I do yet. This stuff was good. I liked this. It was like a mint flavor. So that was okay. I've had a couple, though, that taste way too vinegary. So.
Ew.
It tastes like, you know how people do those apple cider vinegar shots? Kind of tastes like that, which I can do. I've done it, but I don't want to drink a whole glass of it. So what's... I've run out of things to talk about with this. I don't know. My brain is mush.
I can't talk anything about mine except it's really weird, and I'm glad I kind of spotted stuff early on. Like, I have 60 pages left.
Oh wow!
And I'm
in
like,
the book?
Yeah, it's 230 pages, not 260. So
okay.
It's I'm glad though that I was like, this is weird before I caught stuff on. But I can't say anything about it. She still hasn't had the baby yet.
Wow.
She's coming up to her due date though. So
okay.
There's that.
Then things will start getting real weird.
Oh, they were weird
stories of the past.
Her
just
dream.
like
what's that?
Sorry, go.
she has these crazy dreams, which I'm like, clearly they're not normal. You should get that checked out. But anyways, there's something going on extra, and I think I know or knew before it was revealed.
I don't think even reading this, like I'm sitting there thinking I shouldn't be reading this at night. This is, and it's really not that bad. It's not that scary, but I have a very low threshold. So I was thinking though about watching a stage play of this. I think it would be interesting. So I might see if I can find a bad high school play on YouTube. It might be interesting.
Maybe for our next sprint, we should like try and find something to watch that's Faust related.
Yeah, sure, we could.
Gotten some reading done.
I don't think I could watch like an actual movie though about it. I feel like I would just be cowering on the floor and eating my mommy. I could do.
I'm not a horror person, so it's very strange to read a book that's so clearly horror-ish.
Yeah. Yep. Couldn't do it.
Yeah. Also, her husband's a jerk. She should have never married him.
Yep.
Very clearly. When you sleep with someone as they're asleep because you think it might be fun, like necrophilia, maybe you should worry about that guy.
Oh, geez. Yeah, maybe. That's a little weird.
Yeah. So, I mean, she definitely called him out on it, but still, it's not right.
No, wait. Who's James Mason? I don't know who that is. Lucifer, James Mason's voice.
He's an English actor.
Okay. I need to look that up. That'll be on my next sprint. I will look up who James Mason is. I'm not good at actors' names. When I'm in Kate Howe's Patreon, the boxer messages, and they're all talking, especially Carolyn, because she is very into her actors, and she's just like rattling off names like nobody's business, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about right now. I don't know who these people are. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not gonna chime in on this conversation. Oh, what's this? Phantom of Paradise. Oh, that sounds interesting.
It does.
Oh, I mean, Phantom of the Opera seems like it's sort of a Faust retelling.
I would kind of go with that. Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, yeah, sort of. I guess
Christine, I think, would be the one who was in that role of the devil.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I don't want to give away the ending of it, but I guess it's not a total retelling. But but yeah, I'd call it that. That would be an interesting. I might have to write that down. Phantom of the Paradise. Interesting. Might have to come up with some different things to watch. Oh, okay. Oh, giving us tons of things to watch. This in the 30s. Oh, interesting. For what? Just like music skills? That's what interesting. Is that where the devil comes down to Georgia comes from? Seems like that would be a thing. Yeah. That's not blues, though, is it? No, that's not blues.
That should be our theme song for the readathon.
Yes. We probably couldn't get the YouTube would probably like demonetize.
They'd arrest us.
Yeah, arrest us basically. The YouTube police would be coming. I'm not monetized anyway, so I don't care. But oh my.
One of my music reaction videos got banned the other day. It was really sad. I
I know.
was like, really?
By YouTube?
Yeah, I guess by YouTube. It's like it can't be played now. It's blocked.
Oh my gosh.
That's so
It was really
wild.
sad.
Was it just because you played too much of the song?
In that particular video, I showed the video and talked about it, but I didn't actually use the music. So,
That's weird.
yeah.
Maybe it's just because of maybe whatever you had it titled. Maybe they just kind of assumed that.
I don't know.
YouTube is weird.
I'm just scared to use music in general that I haven't gotten from like the free domain. I'm terrified to even put anything in.
Yeah. I've only ever used like 2 pieces of music, I feel like, from the YouTube people. So I just have them, and I don't even know, like, you know how some of them you're supposed to put who the artist is and stuff in your description. I don't even remember if I have those kind or if they're just ones that I can just use.
I forgot to do that one time, and they got me for a copyright
they?
infringement.
Oh
Mhm.
my.
Oh,
Good
wow.
news.
When I was like under 500 subscribers,
Oh wow.
I was like, "You were really hunting."
Wow.
This was the day to look into that. No, I've not had that happen, but I don't know. I feel like I use like the same. It's just like my intro music. That's pretty much all I use. So well, let's see. 8:40. Should we do 8:45? Should we do like a 20-minute? 8:45 to what would that be? 9:05.
I know 5.
Yeah. That's the proper math skills I have. They should have put me in remedial math, not remedial reading. Okay, so we will do, let me make a banner. We'll do, should have had all of these set up beforehand, but, okay, let's see. What did I just say? 45 to 5. Okay. Oh, okay.
Is everybody enjoying what they're reading?
Aside from my creeped outness, yes.
Yeah, I'm liking mine. I see a lot of similarities with Shakespeare and
Yeah.
how he kind of ordered his. It's not as good as Shakespeare. I'm just gonna clear that up right now. But it's
That was my thought too when I read it. I was like, this is nothing compared to Shakespeare. Then I was still confused.
Yeah.
Excited to reread it.
Yeah, the language is always gonna be difficult to wrap your head around, but yeah, it's like it's good, but there's still like something definitely missing that he did not have. So poor Christopher Marlowe. But it's very short though, so I'm enjoying that part.
I think that's primarily why I liked it more than Gota's Faust so far, is because I was actually able to finish it. Whereas Gota's Faust is like really long for a play.
The version I have of Gota's is like really big, but every page is 2 translations.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the German and then there's still the English. So it's really like double the length of what it should be. But it's like, I think almost 400 pages or over 400. Like, That's long. I'll definitely. It's 500, so I'm definitely gonna be getting to that eventually this week if I can. I'm glad I chose a short Foss retelling.
I have faith in you. You can do it. And Tony, if you still talk that way over there, I need you to talk that way
Proof.
now. I need proof. I wish sometimes that is still a thing, but it would make reading Shakespeare a lot easier. Let me be honest. But okay, it's 8:45, so 20 minutes. We'll see you back here. hello. All right. How did everybody do?
I finished my book just in time.
Yay! You did it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yay.
I'm glad my suspicions were right, but I don't know if I'm going to be reading the sequel to this anytime soon. Sequel.
I can't believe
Maybe
it.
if you want another sleepless night.
Yeah, I think I'm going to change it up after that one.
Good idea.
What were you saying, Jenny? I'm sorry.
No, I just can't believe there was a sequel.
Yeah. There's a sequel by Ira Levin.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
I am almost done. Probably one more sprint and I will be done.
Yay. How are you doing, Jenny?
A week of sprints, and then I'll be done.
We
Yeah.
can make that happen.
At page 77, and he's just gone on a tangent telling me for 5 pages about the life of Beethoven, which was very interesting. Is it
Right.
relevant? I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
I know
he's-
nothing about music, so I'm like way out of my depth with him talking about music.
Maybe he's trying to say Beethoven sold his soul to the devil.
Could be.
I'm still surprised that music is considered the magic that I don't know. I thought it would have something to do with the Nazis or something.
He is on his soapbox about them, and I want
Okay.
him to continue to be on his soapbox about them because he's like so disappointed in Germany.
Yeah.
He says, we all dread as Germans a German loss, but we also really dread the German victory. I was like, ooh, I hope he was not in the country when he wrote this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worried about him.
Yeah.
Either that are published.
Can he finish
Harry
next?
Potter.
Yeah. Yes, I would agree. Yeah. Oh man. So let's see.
Well, I did finish the preface before the last sprint, like
Okay.
during the sprint before last, and it was really good. She was talking about all the different ways that devils have appeared in literature over time, and now I'm actually into the play portion. And this version of Faust is more of like a reformer who is grappling with the question of evil and wanting to like rid the world of evil. So it's like a bit different version of Faust than Marlowe's version.
Definitely.
Or Goethe's version. She modernized him quite a bit.
That'd be an interesting one to. Did you say you're reading that one out of the 4 sacred plays?
Yes.
So I think I got that after you talked about it. I think I have it on my Kindle, so I'll
Yay!
try to get to that this week. I should be able to do that. If
Winning.
but that and Picture of Dorian Gray, which I was meaning to get to tonight, but now I just want to finish this off, have this done. So
I need to read The Picture of Dorian Gray as well. I have not read any Oscar Wilde in my life yet. And I'm an English major. I don't know.
wow,
Yeah.
your English classes failed you.
Yeah. It's a big gaping hole.
My I always say that I went to the college I ended up going to. We went for like parents weekend, which was always the same weekend as like a 1-act play festival. But this time that I went, they were doing their, I don't know, like spring play or something, and it was the importance of being earnest, and it was done. They did it like a black box theater kind of a thing, so it was like every side was, and they had like a little platform in the center, and everybody came in from all the angles and stuff. And when we
Wow.
got done watching it, I was like, I need to go to this school. I'm going to apply when we get home. 'Cause I was so impressed with it. So I was like, this Oscar Wilde has been my favorite ever since because of that. um, I haven't read Salome though. I started it and it made no sense to me. So
I read that one and I found it just to be interesting because it's based on like the chapters in the Bible. And I was reading it with someone who isn't a Christian, at least to my knowledge. And so it was really weird being like, I know the Bible story behind this play.
Yeah.
And I don't know what their history was with it, but I'm like, this is just not, it's not 100% accurate, but it was really weird to rereading a retelling of a Bible story like that.
Right. I think I made the mistake of trying to like listen to it on an audiobook version, and I think it might have been like a LibriVox recording or something like that. And so I got like one act in, and I was like, "What did I even listen to? I have no idea what's happening." so I've just never gone back to that one yet, but I feel like it's clear why that one's not one of his best works. But
it's not really a comedy. It's much more
not so much
different.
But I guess neither is Picture of Dorian Gray, so he was capable of writing things that were comedies, but but maybe not so much in play form. I don't know. But
Hey, even Shakespeare had a few plays that were like, okay.
Pericles, for one.
Yes.
It was really interesting when I had read all of Shakespeare. I put all of the numbers into like, I don't know, a calculator and then divided it. And I came up with the average rating of 3 stars for Shakespeare. I was like, oh, because there were some really great gems, but I was like, I guess there were a lot of forgettable ones or a lot of, I was like, oh, it's not that great. It was just strange to be like, I would have expected a 4-star, like for overall. I'm like, no, it's a 3 actually.
Oh, tough critic.
I mean, I had a lot of 5 stars, but I think I also had a lot of 3 stars.
Yeah.
His comedies don't always hit me right. I like the tragedies and the histories. So the comedies would always be like, maybe not.
Yeah. Well, I'm exactly the opposite. I love the comedies and the tragedies. I do like the tragedies. The histories are where I'm like, okay, I don't need this.
They shouldn't be called history. They should be called historical fictions, since he has genres.
But I'm like, I'm done with people talking about how they're gonna kill everybody, and that's we don't need to talk about this anymore.
Those are the best ones. If nobody's dying,
yeah.
Why do we have a play if nobody's dying?
What's the point?
What is the point?
The Hollow Crown was a great way, though, to read those like the Henriade books, because I just watched the Hollow Crown.
Oh, okay.
And Tom Hiddleston was in it. It was
the whole 3 or the whole 2 series were great. Especially covering all of Henry VI, part 1, 2, and 3. I was like, I'm glad they lumped all that together.
No, are they more historically accurate than the plays were, or
no? They copy the plays.
Okay,
but
okay.
I mean, it's hard to know what we know about history because we all have it colored by Shakespeare, right?
Well,
if you haven't looked into it yourself, it's all colored by what Shakespeare has taught everybody else.
Yeah. Well, that's true. I don't really, and maybe that's why, like, when I read them, I'm like, I know this isn't probably historically accurate, but do I care enough to look into it? No. I will just live my life thinking that this is how this happens. Oh man. But well, should we do one more sprint? Should we do another 30-minute to try to like get to the end?
Rainy is like, I'm gonna finish this.
I'm gonna do it. And then
Well, I'm down. It's not very late here.
Yeah, it's well,
It's only 6 for us.
no. It's gonna be 9:45 for us on the East Coast. So, and
Ask yourselves.
I've
Let's do
had
it.
a glorious 3 days off, and I don't have to go back to work tomorrow. So, I'm getting sad.
Oh, you do have to?
Oh yes, I do have to go back.
Oh, I thought you said you don't. It was like
Yeah, no.
a
The
4-day
3 days
weekend.
of joy are over.
Oh, lame.
I was house sitting, so I got to go in a pool and a hot tub and just watch a cat, which wasn't hard to do. So now I have to go back and probably put out fires from the 3 days that I was out there. So, although I didn't get any like, I have a question for you texts, so hopefully that means it went okay. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't be complaining. Tony says it's
I can't believe you're still here, Tony.
Oh my gosh. Why? Why? Go to bed. You're making me tired just reading that.
He just had his cup of tea. That's why he's still here.
That's true. Strong cup of tea. Oh, I'm very super jealous of this. Who would, yeah, in
That's-
one long day. Even one long day at the Globe would be better than anything else. I was in England one time, and my friend and I tried to get to the Globe, but we got lost, and we got there like after it had closed for the day. So I basically just got pictures on the outside, and then I could get to the gift shop. So I bought like a little tin of mints. And that was all I got. But I have pictures outside the Globe, so I'm happy. Oh. It's too hot and humid to sleep, Tony. I can imagine.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I've had those days.
Heat
I hate
waves
to
are
say
not
it, but-
fun.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but it actually was very nice here today. It's been really hot, but then it like suddenly cooled off. So I don't know. Was it like that for you too, Jen?
It was only 82 today.
Oh,
and I was
nice.
like, ooh, I might have to break out a sweater.
Yeah.
It's not 97.
We went out on our boat yesterday. That sounds very fancy. It's not fancy. Don't get excited. But we were sitting out there, and I was just like in shorts and like I normally am. And it was cold because you go kind of fast on the boat, and I did not think to bring like a sweater or anything. So it was very. By the end of it, I was like, "Can we go home now? I'm really cold."
It's refreshing when we've been like frying like fritters for weeks and weeks and weeks.
I mean, I wasn't
like-
gonna. I tried to not complain, but by the end of it, I was like, "Oh, are we going back to the dock? Oh, okay, good." Because I'm a little cold. But 9:20. Let's do a 30-minute, and then we'll come back and wrap it up. Does that sound good?
You can do it, Rainey.
Yep.
You
Gonna
can
do
finish
it.
it.
Okay, well, make a banner and we'll start it off. All right, you can start whenever.
I'm going to be reading something not Faust related because I just need a break.
Ooh.
I'm going to read The Science of Murder, like Agatha Christie. Someone looked at all of her mysteries and was like, is this actually possible? Like fingerprints and trace evidence and DNA and or whatever else. Maybe not DNA, but like all the things are like looking at the scene of the crime.
Ooh.
So I'm going to change it up to this.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to keep going. One book is good enough for one set.
You need something mellow so you can actually get to sleep tonight.
Yeah, so I'll read about murder crimes with fingerprints. I think that's chapter 1. At least it's not real.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, good luck. Okay. I literally have one scene left.
You're so close.
Oh well, that'll be my bedtime reading tonight.
You
I
can do it.
I was like, should I just keep going and like ride out till 10? And I was like, nah, just we'll end it here and then I'll go and read the rest of it. So, how the rest of you do?
I think I got like 50 pages. I take it slower with nonfiction, and this is like examining the history of fingerprints at this point. So that's cool.
Good bedtime reading.
And no spoilers. I was worried about that, like,
Oh.
because sometimes with Agatha Christie books, you get spoilers. They're like, nothing so far. So I'm happy with that. But I'm going to move on to happier things before I go to bed. So nothing murder related.
How's Jenny doing?
I hit 100 pages.
Yeah.
I mean, the book's a banger, like, no doubt about it. But literally, we are just now getting into anything that vaguely resembles, like, somebody told him, you have a lot of pride. You might want to watch out. The devil looks for people who are too prideful. And I was like, okay, first hint. Something might start to happen. But he's very detail oriented.
Well, you doubled your page count.
I did. That's true.
Well done.
Good job. How'd you do, Christy?
Pretty good. Well, I'm pretty slow, but I did finish the Act 1, and so we're pretty deep into this Act 2, and it's interesting. Her monologues are like so interesting because her Faust wants to like end the pain in the world, and like no matter how hard he's trying with all the devil's help, it's like not really working. So it's really interesting.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, it's really good. I remember now why it inspired me.
Yeah. Already finished. Yay!
Yay!
At almost 3 in the morning.
I'm just thinking about time to go to bed after reading that.
Yeah. Now, question is, what time do you have to be up tomorrow or today?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my!
We did well.
Yeah, we did.
Had a good kickoff. So now we have what, 2? What do we say? 2 weeks or a week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, we can do
I can't
it.
wait to hear what everybody read.
Gotta get out my deal was already like almost all done with it, so I gotta pull out my bingo card and start reading small things.
Short stories are good.
Tony doesn't work on Mondays, so he's good. So he can sleep all day if he wants. All right. On that note, though, I think us East Coasters need to go to bed.
Go for it.
Yes.
Please get ready for bed.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, this was fun. Got a lot done.
Yes.
So,
Thank you, Rainy.
Thanks for having everybody. We'll see you periodically. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.